So, we've got some semi-confirmation out here for things that we can expect in Quarter Century Stampede thanks to our ban list. Make sure you guys smash the that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. Hi, Kashtira. So Kashtira is one of the biggest things that people were wanting to get seen hit on this recent list because Kashtira Fenrir has kind of returned back to being an annoyance in the meta, which is really funny because I swear I look around these formats and I see things like Kashtira rotating in and out of this meta. You know, you have people that are genuinely like, oh, you know, like Kashtira, it's not all that good, and then all of a sudden it's like, suddenly Unicorn and Fenrir are back at, you know, being these stupid, annoying cards. And, you know, even Birth actually being a stupid good card because banishing cards out of your opponent's graveyard, really, really strong. The banishing face down mechanic is a very insane thing. So I will say, yes, I expect all these Kashtira cards. Fenrir and Unicorn have been expected to get these rarity upgrades for quite some time. I mean, Tier Elements out here, for Christ's sakes, actually had rarity upgrades before, you know, Kashtira cards got them. And I don't know why. Konami is very, very, very avid about just allowing Kashtira to exist. I mean, we've seen Kashtira Fiendsmith kind of be the more developing build out here. But I've also seen Kashtira Rizal showing up. So to see, you know, if you're not going to limit these cards, you should be reprinting them into the ground so that players can finally get these Fenrirs. Because Fenrir already existing as like a $20 card, I do think is a little bit annoying for some people. At least let people have an opportunity to have some value so that they can actually play these decks that they enjoy. I mean, hey, going second cash might not be the most popularly fun deck, but let's be honest out here, people like actually having, you know, at least two Kashtira Fenrirs to be able to play, because Fenrir and Fenrir is pretty cute for what it is. If not, you know, you do the one Birth, one Fenrir, one Unicorn, one Ray Sloth. Congratulations, you have the splash package. The Bystials, holy crap. So, I do want to say, yes, I fully understand that Lubellion does have a QCR. And nobody's arguing out here about that. Though we do need a Lubellion reprint because seeing Lubellion at, you know, what is it, $20+ is very annoying. You have two levels to the Bystials. You have the actual Bystial deck, and then you have like your Bystial splash package out here. Your splash package is typically, what, 1 to 2 Drissworm and a Magna Hut? Like, is that it? Is that yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what we're gonna call it a day there. That's the pile. All right, and then of course, you know, you have decks that, you know, like Centurion out here that are looking at playing this full expanded package. Now, Drissworm, definitely Drissworm, Magna Hut, I think are the two biggest ones. Obviously, Baldrake does deserve some higher rarity, but the question is like, are all four of them going to get it? You know, are we going to toss Saronir into the pile as well and give it a possible QCR? I think Drissworm and Magna Hut are for sure, even though Magna Hut is limited to 1. And, you know, reprinting in every potential rarity under the sun would be, a few people I think would be annoyed with that. But I want some QCR Bystials. I want the chance to actually get these in an acceptable package so that we can actually play these gosh darn cards, man. Like, all right, Kashtira, I don't understand why we didn't have higher rarities for those. You know, you've had 3 rarity collections that awesome at us. I take a look at the current Bystial implications in the format. I'm like, what's going on with this? Like, why can we not have Bystial upgrades? Like, what are we so afraid of out here that we cannot print these cards in higher rarities? I guess maybe the 7 other rainbow flavors out here. I guess, to be fair, a CR Magna Hut I think would look pretty nice. I think everybody would be happy about that. Also gives us a reprint or a reason to reprint Lubellion. Fiendsmith. No, so yes, I know. Lacrima and Engraver both have higher rarities. All right, I understand that they've already got QCRs. You know who does not have a QCR? Sequence and Desiree, which is really, really freaking wild to think about out here because Engraver is the main deck piece, and then Lacrima is the secondary and main deck piece. It's really cool that you decided that you wanted to bring those out, but why did the big end board piece, you know, the Desiree thing that does all the action and all of this, why did we not make it a high rarity option? Why does my boss monster have to be of the lowest of rarities out here? Now, we do have Rexstorm Tremende coming in the next set, and maybe Konami views that as the true potential boss monster at the end of the day. Sure, I guess that is highly possible. Maybe that's what they were, but did not give Desiree a rarity upgrade. Maybe they're saving it for an OTS pack, but I think Desiree deserves it at this point. You know, it and Sequence are probably... Requiem does do a lot of work. I can't hate Requiem for how much that card does, but it and Engraver and Lacrima already have their slots. Let's give them to Desiree so that we can actually have the full line of boss monsters doing their thing. The only problem is here, you know, to check the marks for some of these reprints, that means we have to do a super, an ultra, a secret reprint for this. And I'm not feeling that. I don't think these cards that are potentially, you know, 1 to 2 ofs, I guess to be fair, Desiree is now a 2 of because, you know, you're doing Fiendsmith and Paradise. So I guess that does warrant wanting to give it extra reprints. Just a little bit easier, but it's not like Desiree is a $5 card. No, Desirees are still, you can find them in your local bulk bins at your locals, which is actually pretty good. Zoodiac cards. Now this, okay, so first of all, bringing back Barrage, literally, first tall tale sign that this is coming, all right? The fact that Konami chose not to print Trident, or to give Trident the return off of this list was a little bit upsetting to me, but you know what? That's okay. We have not... Zoodiac was one of the most nostalgic decks in the game, and we have not had reprints for that yet. You know, Quarter Century definitely showed some major love to some other decks. You know, like Necros, for example, got some cool rarity upgrades, but... where's my Dryden QCR? Where's my Barrage QCR? You know, I'm not going to say, yeah, Whiptail and Throwblade would be good QCRs, no. But I think Dryden and Barrage, being 2 of the most iconic cards from that era, do deserve to have some of those rarity upgrades. And I think that this, considering the fact that Sky Striker cards also had the reprints in that slot, Zoodiac is very much a fan favorite deck. All right, and the fact that they moved Barrage on this list definitely is Konami telling us, hey, we know you guys want some Zoo cards. We know that we're probably going to move Dryden back on the next list. Honestly, this deck is just Zeus Turbo. I think that's the saddest part about it. Like, I love Zoodiac to death. I think it's such a cool, fun deck to play. It's so brain dead. But the problem here is you have a better rank 4 deck running around. You know, hi Rizel, how are you? Just multiple Zeuses are just going to run into issues. Like, you're going to have to Dark Rule and no more of them, or do something else. And then the problem is like, you have so many hand traps, like, Zoo's not going to compete anytime soon, and that's an issue. But that's okay. We've got a clear indicator here that Zoodiac cards are probably going to get some key rarity upgrades, and I don't think a single soul is going to be too upset with at least 1 to 2, at least in the Platinum Secret category. And then, where's Summon Sorceress? Like, what in the world is going on with this card? We do not have any info on the errata for this thing. I think this is the biggest kick in the community's, you know, nuts that I have seen in a while. It's like, you could have brought this back on this list. Now, if we're truly expecting the next list to be post-March into April, with an attempt to clean up Catapult Turtle, then Summon Sorceress checks all of the marks to be printed into this set. Because Konami just has to include a note of, hey, you know, Summon Sorceress will return at this date on this list, or maybe it just really depends on when and how Konami wants to do this reprint. And I don't understand what has taken so long with this. Like, I really don't. Like, you just cleaned up Yubel on this recent list, and Summon Sorceress is still missing out here. Like, well, what's going on with this? We still don't even have Invoker back out here. So I'm questioning this. You know, we are expecting a lot of big things in Stampede right now. Summon Sorceress remains the single greatest question mark out here in the TCG's history. I mean, to be fair, we're still missing some certain alt arts for sure, but we're like, Konami, what are we doing here? Like, what has taken so long to do this? Summon Sorceress is not going to break the game. I guarantee you that. Like, Yubel is the only deck right now that I can think of that's even going to look at this card as an opportune chance to play it. So, I am leaving this on the list of things. It just kind of checks the marks to what we're expecting to see out here. So please, comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back in the day, guys.
Patrons!
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.